I see you, and I am saying hi.
Hey everybody, Spiral Sigil here. Today, we're going to be talking about heroes. I mean, of course we are, that's all we fucking do on this channel. Why else would you be tuning in? But specifically, we're talking about the 5 heroes that I hate dealing with the most in Heroes of the Storm. Now these are all going to be my own opinions, they're the heroes that I hate dealing with, not the ones that you may hate dealing with. If you guys have different opinions on all that, I would love to hear about it in the comments below. I may even do a separate video that's just covering what you guys hate the most to see in Heroes of the Storm, and then try to analyze it myself. But for today, these are the ones that I personally hate dealing with. Now, I should preface this going forward by saying that almost everything I'm about to say can be countered with the fact that I normally play quick play, where you can't counter or draft against any of the guys I'm about to list off. Chances are good if you're playing unranked or ranked or team league or any of that stuff, you can absolutely counterpick against the people I'm about to list off and have a much easier time of it. But because I normally play quick play with my friends and we just like to play whatever we want to play in the given situation, this doesn't work and you're kind of stuck dealing with whatever hand you're dealt with. So keep that in mind as we go forward. But for now, these are the bastards that I don't want to deal with anymore if I can help it.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
Now I put this guy pretty low on the list for a few reasons, but the main one is that he's still really new, so some people are still learning how to play against him, myself included. But the main reason he's here is for his E. I fucking hate Night Rush. It is like the biggest piss off in his entire kit, because every single time that you just about get him killed, he's getting away. He's getting away. He's doing it every single time. It's like a guaranteed thing every time, unless you've got a stun or a lockdown or a sudden burst of damage. And even if you have all those things, he might just float through you and still put you to sleep and still get away with 5% of his fucking health. I hate this guy. I hate dealing with him, and I hate his fucking sleep. This ties into a point that I'm going to be making a much bigger deal about later on. But anything that removes control away from the player is innately not fun. I get that CC is a big part of games like this. I get that control is a huge thing in games like this, and it helps fit out some characters' kits. It helps fill out the game. It helps make balance to certain things. But this guy has a sleep that he can apply to multiple people at the same time for almost 3 seconds. That's insane. That is so long to not be able to do anything with your character in a game like this. Hell, even 1 second is a long time to have no control over your character. And this is almost triple that. Seriously, fuck this guy. Also, this is unrelated, but I just noticed this while I was looking up stuff for each character as I wanted to talk about them. This is Mal'Ganis' Wikipedia page. These are the pages that I generally use whenever I'm doing my heroic spotlights and stuff like that, to get the images, the data, the title that I use in the opening, all that stuff here. Everyone else has a pretty standard looking page, they've got their ability slots and stuff like that with some minor information. Look at Mal'Ganis's. Look at this. Look at this for Fellclaws. Look at all of this. What is going on this one page? Orphea is newer than him and doesn't have all of this. What is going on here? Bottom line, fuck this guy. I don't like him. I don't want to see him again. Fuck his sleep, and fuck you too, Blizzard, for giving it to him.
I just want to start a flame in your heart.
Alright, this one's more of a stable complaint because this guy's been in the Nexus since, the get-go. I'm pretty sure he was there when I played in the beta. He might have even been there in the alpha. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty confident that he's been around long enough for everyone to kind of have a healthy hatred for him. Fuck Illidan, because, honestly, you're not getting away from him if you get him if he's in the right competent hands. And the reason for that is just all of his abilities just stick onto you, and he can follow you goddamn anywhere. He's got an ult that will find you halfway across the map if you're low on health. Yeah, I know he's got a spec for that, but why the hell wouldn't he when it's oh, look at that Abathur, he's dead. Look at that fucking Tyrande, she's dead. Anything. He can find you, and he will kill you. He's like Liam Neeson up in this bitch. But the biggest part of it, it's not even that he just sticks onto you and keeps attacking you. It's the mentality that players have when they're playing Illidan, that they're just so much fucking better than anybody else in the goddamn game, because they can do this, and they can do that, and they can do this. They can go under towers. They can catch you when you think you're safe, because they have a fucking ability. What evasion says is evade enemy basic attacks for 2.5 seconds. Where in the hell does that say tower shots for 2.5 seconds? That's ridiculous. Because he can get in there, kill you when you're trying to just sippy up and go back to your lane, or just get away from what should have been a gank, and you think you're safe and you think you're good, and then all of a sudden this guy comes flipping over a fucking tower and kills you, and then goes flipping back over the tower and runs away with like 2 shots to him when he should have been taking about 12. It is stupid that this nullifies tower shots. It is ridiculous. Honestly, if this only did basic attacks for like minions and mercs and heroes, I'd be okay with it. I wouldn't even have that much of a problem with Illidan. But the fucking evasion blocking tower shots needs to go right the hell out the goddamn window. Because the guy can solo just about anything with it. What do you even do about this? What do you even do to pin him down? Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to be trying to auto attack him while your abilities are on cooldown. And guess what? That's like half your damage right there that's just not going through. If you're like a Zul'jin, or a Vala, or a Raynor, or fucking anybody really, you're not killing this guy in a 1v1. You're just not. Like, God forbid if you're Tychus, it's just not happening. But if you're like Jaina or something like that, cool, yeah, sure, you're all ability focused, you can burst him down, but he's probably still gonna kill you, because he's also fucking healing off of all of his basic attacks while he's flipping around you, while he's dodging your skill shots. It doesn't matter. Like, literally, short of you having something like a dedicated ice block or stasis or something like that, like, Chromie probably has the best chance of doing anything against him, and that's only if she's playing actively around it, so she can just time stop herself and, like, throw those little fucking hourglass things around her as Illidan goes to dive her. Short of that, you're not killing this guy in a 1v1. He's gonna win just about any time, and it's not fun. And I haven't even gotten to, like, combos. Like, God forbid you go up in a quick play against an Illidan and an Abathur, or an Illidan and a Morales or something like that. Like, something stupid like that. You're never killing this guy. He's just going to wreck your shit. And it's not fun. It's not fun.
In my heart I have but one desire.
So you know what's kind of cool is the knowledge that pretty soon we're not going to have to deal with specialists just pushing down towers and keeps and taking camps all game long, and everything is just going to be regulated to being assassins, and like there's going to be a lot more balance to the Nexus because of it. You know what the downside of that whole thing is? Samuro is still a character that exists, because it doesn't matter if you take specialists out of the games. It doesn't matter if you rework every existing specialist to be assassins. This guy's been doing the job of both since he came out. He literally spawns with 2 adds every couple of seconds just to soak aggro or take attention away from him so he can deal his instant crits every single time and just kill you repeatedly. Or, God forbid, you look away for 10 seconds, he's missing from lane even though you think he's right there in front of you with his buddy, and suddenly all the camps are gone because he's just taken them, because he can do that. It doesn't matter what you do to this guy, he's taking those camps. He's getting them every single time. He can solo fucking boss. It's ridiculous. It is stupid how much damage this guy can put out because he's got his little Shadow Clone Jutsu shit. Like, it's so silly that he could crank out this much damage, take camps, and there's so little counterplay against him. Even people who can give vision, like Tassadar or Probius with his cannons with the quest, or is Scouting Drone still a thing? Can someone get on that? Can someone let me know if Scouting Drone is still a thing? It doesn't matter if you know which one the real one is, because the moment you think you've got the real one pinned down, his new passive just lets him jump to another clone and escape all the CC you just wasted on him. So, you know, sorry Uther, sorry Zal, it doesn't matter that you found the real one, because now he's over there doing this and backpedaling behind his tower. He's gone, and you're never going to catch him again. There are stealth characters in this game, and I know a lot of people don't like stealth characters. I know they think they're not fun. I honestly don't have a problem with a lot of them. Like, Zeratul is very, very strong. He can burst your ass down, but he requires a high skill cap to play properly. Otherwise, you're only going to do, like, okay at him at best, and you're going to be feeding out your ass at worst. Nova's a little bit of a safer bet because she can do all the same shit from a distance, and she can pick you off really reliably with her ult. But again, she doesn't have as many escape options as this guy does, or as Zeratul does with his blink. But she can still get away just not as reliably as this guy is, who's like, okay, I'm over here, I'm over here, I'm over here. Like, he's gone. It doesn't matter. You're not catching this guy. He's frustrating. And honestly, I think I'm actually having trouble deciding whether or not I hate him more for the fact that he can just soak up those crits and do all that extra damage reliably, or if it's that he can also do this while taking camps. Like, he can do all of this shit as an assassin and lose nothing, but he's also a specialist at the same time. Like, unless they do a massive rework on him when they convert specialists to non-existence, this guy is just going to be the same amount of a pain in the ass that he's always been, and there's going to be even less you can do against him because there's nobody on your team that's going to do the same reliable thing as be an assassin, as be in team fights, as take camps, as this guy could do. I'm pretty fucking sure he can take, like, bruisers and like the 4-pack of mercs at, like, level 2. Like, it doesn't matter because he's always just going to have that extra fucking damage. What do you do against that? Even Sylvanas has to wait a little bit before she can do it, and shutting down mercs is her fucking trait. You know how annoying it is when you have to go into a team fight that, like, one of your guys was just ganked, so you're going in 4v5, and you're already doubtful it's going to go well, but you have to because this is, like, 2 out of 3 of the objective, and you can't let him get that last seed, or you can't let him hand in those spider tokens. Like, it doesn't matter, but you have to go in to stop it. Imagine doing that, but now it's not a 4v5, it's like a 4v7, and, like, you don't even know where the real damage dealer is unless he ults. And if you're post 20, that doesn't help because now they're all spinning around like goddamn Beyblades on steroids. It's not fun. Like, I know I keep saying that throughout this video. It's not fun. It's not this. It's not that. But that's really my biggest problem with the guys on this list is not that they're broken. Some of them are and they need a rework. You know, just saying, Blizzard. But they're not fun to play against. That's the problem. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much you're trying to make this game a serious thing. It doesn't matter if you're bronze. It doesn't matter if you're grandmaster. It's a video game. At its core, it is meant to be fun. Playing against Samuro, not fun. Huh. I guess the good folks over at heroesofthestorm.gamepedia.com decided to do a massive update on all of their characters, because now everybody has all this extra information. And now I have to seriously rethink how I do spotlights. Cool.
And that one is you.
Where do I even begin? So I said earlier in the video that I was going to be talking more about how CC is not fun in this game, and this character is literally the epitome of that entire point. She starts with her basic kit having, like, armor shredding, stuns, silences, and, like, built-in escapes. Like I was bitching that Mal'Ganis is gonna get away from you every single time because he's just gonna put you to sleep and fucking wave you away. She's just gonna stun you or silence you or outright just kill you, the best CC of them all, and then dash away and stealth and you're never gonna see her again. Like, you'll notice that when I was talking about Samuro, I specifically didn't list Valeera as a character that I don't have a problem with, because she was the next one on the list, but it's not because she's a stealth character that I have this problem. That doesn't help, but it's not the problem. It's all of the CC she has. She has an option to shut just about anyone down. If she had a sleep dart as well, I'd honestly say, like, just permaban this bitch in every ranked or unranked or whatever draft pick you have, because honestly, you're just not playing the game anymore. You're no longer playing Heroes of the Storm, you're playing Stagger Simulator 2018. It's just not fun. Because literally she just pokes at someone, takes them out of the fight, and then chances are good, if she's any kind of skilled player, her team has now collapsed on top of you. She'll get in your backline, she'll look at your Morales, she'll look at your Kharazim, she'll look at any fucking healer you have. Now they're out of the fight. Now you're playing a 4v5, possibly less if someone's already been ganked before that, and you're losing that fight every single time, because all she is CC in an admittedly very hot kit. Even her Wikipedia page says Valeera is a stealth assassin who specializes in shutting down her opponents. While that is mildly accurate, I would rewrite it a little bit to be like, oh, I don't know, Valeera is a stealth character who will auto-tilt your opponent into oblivion until they quit and or commit suicide. Just saying. Because this bitch will just camp the shit out of you sometimes, and there's nothing you can do about it. Because, like, there's a few characters in the game that flat out don't have a way to knock a character out of stealth. That's just the whole thing. Like, Valera's direct counterplay is if she's going in towards you and you knock her out of stealth before she starts her combo, she has nothing left, and that's how you beat her. So she has a very obvious counterplay, but one, you need to see her coming, which admittedly is much easier now that the stealth reworks have happened. But for characters like, just off the top of my head, I know Lily does not have a single way in her kit to knock a character out of stealth. She can't auto it because you can't target it. She can't use her Q because it's a heal. She can't use her W because the dragon will only attack what it's auto-targeting. And she can't use her E because it auto-targets to the nearest available character. If Valera's in stealth, it can't target her. Even her alt Water Dragon, which locks onto the nearest hero to target it for the damage, won't find a stealth character. So just in the example of Lily herself, she has nothing. Zero defense against Valera, and she's the fucking support, which needs to be protected. So she can't even look out for herself. But there's other characters in the game that have similar issues with Valera. They cannot shut her down on their own. They need their team. And like I said before, I play a lot of quick play where people do not always communicate as well as they should be. In draft, she is beyond simple to shut down because you would just pick something that would counter her. You'd pick someone with vision. You would pick someone who has, like, non-targeting abilities, like skill shots or something like that. Anything. Even just wide burst, like a KT or a Jaina, will fuck her shit up. Or, God forbid, Arthas. She's not getting near an Arthas to shut him down because he's got his field. So, again, there's ways around her. But as I said at the start, this is all like my quick play bitching. And in quick play, you can't shut her down a lot of the time, and you're just gonna have a bad time. It's not fun. Valera's not fun. CC is not fun. And she just epitomizes all of it. Still hot, though.
No other will do.
Alright, so here's the big one. Anyone who knows me knew this was coming. But I fucking hate playing against Varians, and it is for one reason, and one reason only. I want to preface this by saying, I don't hate Varian as a character. I don't hate Varian as a tank, and I do not hate Varian as a choice to be a single target delete character. I hate Varian for Twinblade, because every single Varian in quick play goes Twinblade. So the problem is not that it's just that's the character. The problem is that every single player in quick play has decided to take a character who could branch out and be one of three things, who could be the tank, who could be the delete, or who could be the damage, and just go right down the middle. They just ran it down mid, and that's all they ever do. It is legitimately boring to play against any variant in quick play. Anyone. Because you will always be playing the exact same thing. I can give you a fucking, like, it's like play-by-play call of how bad it is to play against a fucking variant in quick play. Because you know at level 1, they're going High King's Quest. At level 4, Twinblade. At level 7, Second Wind. Level 10, Warbringer. Level 13, Mortal Strike. Level 16 is like the only variation, and chances are good it's still going to be Banner of Stormwind just so he can chase you that much further. And level 20 is Frenzy. Every single time, without fail, you will find Twinblade variant in quick play chasing you down, 1v1ing, 1v2ing, 1v3. I've seen 3 characters try to fight Twinblade variant and still die. Like, unless you have a blind or you have a stun, you're not killing him. Because silence doesn't hurt him. It doesn't. Because it doesn't shut off his healing. So he just hits you, and then he heals off of it, and then you die. And it's consistent. All you can do is blind him or stun him, and that is it. And if you have neither, if you're missing like a Lily or a Cassia or a Joanna, or even an Artanis in a pinch, you're not shutting him down. You need some kind of hard CC. And coming from a guy who just spent like 3 characters bitching about hard CC, that's saying a lot. So again, I don't hate Varian as a character. I hate playing against Varian in quick match because it's boring. It is the same shit every single time. I've even seen it in ranked. That's the thing. This is like the one pick on this entire list that is not just limited to being a problem in quick play, because I've still gone into ranked matches and done like, hell, even like promotional games and been like, oh, okay, so you're gonna go Varian, sweet. That's like a nice solid pick for our team comp. You can flex pick whatever we need to. By level 4, we'll know what we need. He's like, I'm going Twinblade. Like, of course you are. Why the fuck wouldn't you? Like, admittedly, it's not even a weak build. You can do a lot of great things with Twinblade. But when you see it every game, and when you're at the loading screen and you're looking at it, and you know that the next 20 to 25 minutes of your life are going to be spent watching this. My arms are tired. It's boring. It's not fun. It's just frustrating, really. Because this is a character, like, this is the only multi-role character in the entire game. Like, the whole world over has chosen to forget that in favor of just slash. That's it. It's boring. It is not what the character was intended to do. He was meant to be the flex pick. I don't even know what Blizzard was thinking originally when they changed his ults from being level 10 to level 4. Because all that means is you're now dealing with the fucking helmet Varian at level 4. You're dealing with it 6 levels sooner than you normally were. So the game is less fun, it's less exciting, and it's a lot more boring 6 levels sooner than it ever was before. I don't know how many more ways I can say it's boring while still maintaining a solid point. It just is. God forbid I see someone who goes Colossal Smash or even Taunt, the rarest of the rare. Suddenly the game is more exciting. It's more interesting. You have to play against that one guy who's going to look at someone and just obliterate them. Like, if you've ever seen a Varian with Colossal Smash and Shattering Throw go against a Phoenix, it is the funniest shit you're ever going to see sometimes. Because that Phoenix is just deleted. Even if it's on my team, even if it's me, it's funny. And I can still find humor in a bad loss. But it has to be entertaining. And that is the biggest crime of Twinblade Varian, is that it's just not. It is an old joke that the world needs to stop telling. So those are my picks for like the top 5 characters that I am just sick to death of seeing in quick play. Obviously, my opinions are going to be different than yours, so like I said before, if you have different ones, just characters you're sick of seeing, or even valid reasons that I didn't bring up for the characters that I listed, put them in the comments below. And you know what, if I get enough feedback on this, or if I get enough feedback from other people, maybe I'll make a video trying to analyze your guys' picks. I'll pick the top 5 worst ones that you guys don't like, and then try to analyze why you don't like them, because I'm sure I'm going to get some answers that are going to shock the hell out of me. But for now, I'm full of salt, full of caffeine, and I'm going to go play a couple of games and hope to God don't run into another Twinblade Variant. So, until next time, this has been Spiral Sigil saying, I'll see you in the Nexus, and please, for the love of God, don't wear the helmet. Just don't do it. Go Taunt. Give the tank a break.